Hey, what's going on, you guys? This is RNF, Ryan Nintendo Freak, back again with another video. So today, it's going to be this is not a game review, this is actually my first, I guess you could call this figure reviews. So today I am here to actually talk to you guys about what I think about the new LEGO Super Mario sets. What I think about all of them in general, giving you guys my thoughts about what I think about the sets, the price ranges, and also just by collecting wise, and also just like being entertained wise by these. So I'm gonna be kind of like going over the basics and stuff, and then telling you guys what I think about them. So yeah, so let's dive in. So now the first thing I'm gonna be talking about is the set itself. The one thing that really I think is really cool about these sets is actually the layout of the sets. Now, what do I mean by the layout? Well, let's take a closer look at how I have my set. Notice how I kind of like designed this, the way how my mind was kind of going, and the way how I wanted to set up these like different worlds, or like these different Lego sets. And I think that's really cool because it kind of feels like Super Mario Maker in a way, like how, like a different take of it. Like, this is a Lego set when Super Mario Maker was an actual game. So it's really cool because with Legos you can actually just design your own world, basically. So I think like that's really cool that they did that with the Lego Super Mario set, because it's not like that they have like an actual booklet that says like, okay, like you want to start off with the ground world and then put the desert world going like up and then diagonal and then do like a water stage or something like that. No, it's not like that. Like, or also like having you go like maybe like making the Legos go like a pathway, a certain pathway or something, to where all the different Lego sets would connect. But no, I got to do this my own way, in my own style. Like, I did ground all the way up to the desert, mainly just because that when I grew up with the Super Mario games, with the newer ones, it was always like ground and then desert, and then it would be like a water level or something like that. But it's really cool how they do this, and plus how they all connect as well, because usually, like, when I bought Legos, I remember when I bought Legos when I was growing up, you would get like certain different Lego sets. Like, I remember getting like a couple of Harry Potter ones, and from what I remember, and even like SpongeBob Lego ones, I never remembered about them like all actually connecting and making it into like this one big giant world or something like that. And this is what the Mario one actually does. Now, I'm not too sure, like I said, it's been a long time since I actually got Legos. I don't remember when like the last time was when I did get Legos. But I never remembered them actually doing like a kind of like a big world kind of structure. But with these Legos, even knowing that they do come in separate like boxes and separate sets, you can add them together and you can make these Legos into like this big world, which that's really awesome. And it does seem like that sometimes when Mario travels to a different world. It seems like that, which I think is really cool. Also, another thing too that I also like is that they're not all like one certain world. Like, now let me say something. Like, for instance, like what I have right here, I have like pieces for like a ground level, then I have some from like the desert, things like that. Like, it's just like they grabbed like or captured different types of Mario worlds, which I think is really cool. And you can have like different varieties, which I really like, because it's not like a whole one thing that just makes it like into like a one world or something. You get like, you can make one big Mario structure and just have like different worlds connecting to it, which I think is really cool, and it makes it into a really big, awesome obstacle course, which I really like. So now, after talking about the set itself, now let's actually talk about the one big major thing that's entirely different with the Mario set of Legos, because this is not your average Lego set. Now, I know that a lot of people, when you hear me saying that, a lot of people are going to be thinking like, well, obviously it's not your average or your basic or whatever Lego set because it's specially made for Mario. Yes, that is true because I don't remember seeing any Lego Mario's sets or whatever when I was growing up. But let's take a closer look at some of the sets. Notice that how like certain enemies and certain objects or whatever have these little barcodes on the top. Now, what are those used for? Because you never really see those on regular Lego sets. Well, you have this little guy right here, Mario himself, which is Bluetooth. Sorry, Mario kind of did a little noise and I got a little distracted. So Mario is Bluetooth. So then Mario has like this little light right here, which I believe has a little sensor right here. And so basically they made Mario into like a smart device, into like Bluetooth smart device. So basically when Mario touches an object, well, an enemy too, let's take one by one. So let's take a look at an enemy for an example. Here's a Goomba. Now if you press Mario on the Goomba's head, he makes a jumping sound effect. He makes a, well, not a jumping sound effect. He does a crushing sound effect on the Goomba. Then when you jump off the Goomba, you receive a coin. Now also too, let's take a look at an object now, for an example. Let's take a look at this coin block here. So you have Mario running, and he jumps up and hits the coin block. So now you see the little coin on his chest, and now I just received the invincibility, the star power. So then it runs like the same amount, I guess, with the star power. Then when you hit it again, it's not the same thing. Then you receive a coin. Then if you do it again, I probably might, yeah, I received another coin. But the thing is that not only that you get the star power, the invincibility, or also the coins, but I can also get like super mushrooms as well. So it's, and then like you also have another one right here, if you take a closer look at it. And that's another thing too, which I think that they went into full detail with this as well, is that with Mario games there's a time limit to go through the level. And on Mario's chest, once you start, it has a time limit right there. If you guys can see right there, well, now it's off. But what happens though is that now you have Mario going through the levels right here. And then once that you go through, you have a timer. So then right when the timer stops, the game's over. So then you have the timer coin. Let me put Mario at the, there we go. So then now, once you hit the timer block, you'll get more time. Let's also take a closer look at Mario himself and actually talk about the features or something like that with Mario as well. So let's take a closer look at him. Mario just looks so cute. What I think is really cool is how well, the first thing is basically how well they made Mario look as like a Lego person. I mean, he really looks like just like one of those normal Lego figures. You build him and all that stuff, but he looks like Mario, which is 100% awesome, like with the details on the figure himself. Now let's talk about the actual, like, not the sound effects, because we already talked about the sound effects and stuff. This Mario figure has so many different types of sound effects. This is the one thing I want to point out. So you have the Goombas, or the enemies that you jump on, the warp pipe sound effect. Then you have the end goal sound effect, and it's just like, so there is, this figure knows all the different types of sound effects, which it is really incredible how this little figure knows basically everything. I mean, like, even this figure knows which land it's walking on. Like, you'll hear him walking on grass. He'll know when he's walking on grass, and he'll know when he's walking on water, when he's stepping in lava, and when he's walking on the desert. How does this figure know that? These little details, it doesn't even need to use the barcodes at all either. And also, if you guys, the little things that this figure does is magnificent, and it blows my mind. Especially also like this. Like, listen when I had Mario walking on my hand. If you guys can hear that, let me put him on the table and you guys can get a closer look. If you guys can hear that, I'm hoping that I demonstrated it properly and right. The figure knows, it doesn't even have to be on the Lego set, the figure knows when he's walking and also when he's jumping as well. Listen. This figure even knows when he's jumping. He doesn't even need to be on the Lego set either, which is little things like that blows my mind. I mean, like, how does the figure know, like, when you're lifting him up like that, he's gonna jump and make the wahoo sound effects? I think that is really cool and it's really awesome. Especially now, even like, not just the look of the Lego character himself, but also to the littler details as well. Well, not the littler details, I think the actual character is a littler detail. I think the eyes blinking and moving are like the bigger parts of the character as well. It makes the character feel so more alive, like to where like it's really cool. Mario, his eyes are like electronic, and then the little part on his chest and also his mouth. I mean, Mario will blink, his eyes will blink, and like I think like his eyes, if I can look really carefully, I think from what it looks like, I think his eyes kind of move or something, like he'll look this way or look the other way or something like that. Also, too, another thing, like if you actually lay down Mario on his back, I think like if you rock him side to side, it will be faster or something. But if you do something like that, Mario will actually go to sleep. Like his eyes will close and he'll say, "I'm tired." And then once his eyes close, a few seconds later, boom. Not only that, so you would think like the character will automatically just shut off, power off, and just go on to sleep mode. No, Mario will actually close his eyes and do a snoring. He will actually sleep. What? Like, how did they do this? Awesome. I mean, just the little things about the character, it is really cool and it's really great. I mean, and then like also, I think they also did get the voice of Mario himself doing the voice of the Mario for the Mario games, doing the voice of the character for the Lego set, which I think is really 100% really cool. At least I think they did. But I'm pretty sure they did because he sounds like Mario. Yeah, he sounds like Mario, 100%. Now, unfortunately, the only way that you can get Mario is by the starter set, or the starter course. That's what the box says. That's the only way that you get Mario, so you have to make sure that you get that set first before you get like the actual like other sets as well. But I would not doubt that maybe over time, when this set becomes popular, which it has, by the way, ever since that that these sets have come out on Saturday, a lot of sets that I could not even believe are sold out already. So I would not have doubts if the Lego company or also Nintendo, if both of them will also make to where you can get like a packet or like a package or something and they sell Mario separately. I think that they probably might do that. I'm not too sure, but that's just my thing, my look on how I think maybe for the future of these sets. So now I'm done actually talking about the set itself. Now let's actually talk about enjoyability and also collectible items. The two that I just listed, this whole thing has. Originally, I was just going to collect all these Lego Mario sets. I wasn't have any intentions of opening them, actually playing them. I was just going to collect them and all that stuff and just leave them in the box and stuff. I don't know why. But then my mom said like, "Oh, so are you going to be taking them out and playing them?" Then I started thinking, I was like, you know, I do want to make a YouTube video where I was going to do an unboxing. It did not happen. I didn't really care for the unboxing, how I filmed it and stuff. But I did want to make a review about the set in general and give you guys my thoughts. So I really wanted to test out this set and plus and see myself how well it does. And it does really well. And so collectible items, it is really cool for collectible items. So if you're a collector of Legos or Nintendo or more just straight up Mario, this set is really worth picking up, as well as just collectible items. But enjoyability, it has it all. I mean, I was up here for hours building it, and I was up here for hours after building it, just playing with it. I had so much fun. So this thing has enjoyability for all ages. So it also does have really good enjoyability, and also collectible as a collectible item itself. And that's just a little thing I wanted to mention, and just a little extra that I wanted to talk about. Now let's get into the last thing I want to talk about and mention, is the price ranging itself. Now, there are different price ranges. I was at first going to say like the price ranges are a little steep and a little extreme, but to be honest with you guys, the price ranging, I went back to the store and I did pick up a couple of more other Lego Mario sets. So I did get a closer look, and I did take a closer look at some of the sets on the first day, and then also just recently, and I kind of took a good look at the prices and also took a look at the actual sets themselves. And the price ranging is really reasonable, at least I think so far, with the sets. Because mostly the reason why that is because, well, the starter set has Mario. Mario is fully electronic. So that's kind of the reason why that these sets are a little bit more or something like that. But then also, too, it depends on the sizes of the Legos and also how many pieces you get and things like that. So it's just kind of like, those kinds of reasons are basically the reasons why I think that the price is reasonable. But now, let me backtrack a bit, because I said the pricing is reasonable, which it is, but to me, for some weird reason, Bowser's Castle kind of gives me a little bit of, like, overly, extremely worse kind of vibes with pricing, even knowing that it looks cool, it looks awesome, it looks really amazing, but it's $100, and that's where I think the pricing kind of goes a little bit over extreme, because it doesn't look that big, but I don't know, that's just my theory. So yeah, you guys, so that's it. So comment down below what you guys think about the whole entire Lego Mario set. I would like to hear your guys' thoughts. And also, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And also, right next to that subscribe button, it's appropriate time to actually do this. So don't forget to run over that coin block and just hit that notification bell. See what I did there?
I got a super mushroom.
So anyways, I'm getting off track. So then you guys can be notified every single time I make a video. So, peace.